Hello and welcome to video number 3 of the EDS education program. In this video we are going to talk about the structure of an EDS project. An EDS project has 4 stages. In stage 1 we introduce the concept of EDS to the client. We discuss the benefits of an EDS project and we quantify the benefits the client can receive for such a project. We also estimate the resources that must be invested in such a project. In stage 2 the client supplies a dataset taken from 2 to 3 monitoring sites. We analyze these sites' datasets using the EDS software and provide some insights about which events can be detected at these sites. At the same time, if the client supplies information about the structure of the water network, we can help estimate where the monitoring station should be located. In stage 3 we run a short EDS session on a cloud server with the data we received from the client. We give the client the opportunity to get the feel and look of the system. This is normally a short session which may take place at the client's site. Stage 4 is the EDS implementation. In this stage a full EDS system is installed and calibrated. The client is then required to transmit data to the EDS server every 1 to 5 minutes. The decision makers team will calibrate the EDS model, ensuring that the level of false alarms is minimal and all true events are detected. Normally this stage takes approximately 3 months. The engineering time invested in this stage is part of the license fee. There is no additional charge to the client for this activity. In stage 5, after the last stage has been completed, the system moves into the maintenance stage. In this stage the system reports on abnormal events. In many cases the events can be classified automatically by the system based on previous knowledge. In some cases, when necessary, the client needs to classify new events. In the case of difficulties in the classification process, our team can assist with this process. The second stage of the EDS implementation is the demo stage. At this stage the water utility supplies data from a few stations for a period of several months. Decision makers then analyzes the data with the EDS and presents the results to the water utility. At this stage close attention should be paid to the actual events that happened and are recorded in the demo data set. It is important to understand if and how these events can be detected by the EDS, and whether they were detected by the SCADA system. This stage is performed by DM with a reasonable charge, according to a commercial agreement, with the client. This stage has a dual purpose. It gives the water utility a first glance at what an EDS is and what can be gained from such a system. For decision makers it gives us a first glance at the quality of the data. The next stage of the EDS project is an online demo. Decision makers will open a cloud server with the EDS installed on it. Based on the results of the previous page, several models will be defined on this server. A web meeting in which the system is presented will be scheduled with the client. During this web session the demo will include the following: building a new model, importing data from CSV files to the new model, initializing a first run of the new model with a default setup, examining the results of the first run using a set of EDS reports, calibrating the relevant detector, returning the data with the updated setup, estimating the model's performance. The whole process may take several hours. During this session the client will be able to play with the system. If required and under proper budgeting conditions, this session may take place during a face-to-face meeting at the client's site. This is the EDS implementation stage. During this stage, the client supplies a list of monitoring stations. For each station, the client provides a separate CSV file with several months of data. Decision Makers builds a separate model for each monitoring station. Data is then loaded onto each model and the model is calibrated with the same process described in the previous stage. If the customer supplies information about the spatial interrelation between monitoring stations, a spatial model of the water network is also calibrated. For details about the spatial model, please see the Spatial Model section in the Mindset Help website. For the 3 first months of the system's life cycle, no alarms or messages are sent to the water utility. All alarms are examined and analyzed by the DM team. After 3 months, once the system is stable, the client will begin receiving EDS alarms, and will be responsible for classification. This stage starts automatically after 3 months. It is an ongoing stage of EDS maintenance. It requires normal examination of the EDS several times over the course of the week. Bi-weekly or monthly web or face-to-face meetings take place with the DM team. During these meetings, the following activities are performed. Examining of true events. Examining ways to minimize false events. Examining trends and actions to improve EDS performance. At the end of each month, a monthly report is generated by DM for the client. This report summarizes the status of each monitoring station and the recommended actions to be carried out. We turn now to the actual work that must be done in order to implement the EDS. Starting from video number 4, we examine and demonstrate the actual work. We hope you enjoy these videos. This ends movie number 3. We hope to see you at movie number 4.